I'm gonna go get Nightbot. Hmm. If Nightbot doesn't want to work, I'll just put in like just a playlist on YouTube, but the sound you won't see the what's playing, which sucks because I don't want to do that. Nightbot's like pretty good. Don't think he wants to work, does it? Yeah. But if I close it and then open it back up again. Again, if not, I'll do what I said I was gonna do. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. Oh well. So what I've got to do then is I will close that. Got to go into here. Should really make like a mix in here as well. Because now I'm like, what do I want to play? Because I'm not like with the place that I have, it's specifically for not to get flagged. But I had it since like my other Twitch streaming stuff. Because I know some Spiral tracks has like it gets flagged for some reason, like Spiral 4 music or Into the Dragonfly. You know what? Screw it. I don't think it'll be that bad anyway. I won't get like claimed like heavily if that makes sense. So I'll because I put this one on like the first stream that I did, like the proper test one, and didn't get any warnings or anything. Like some of the music got claimed, but nothing necessarily bad. You know what? I'll just put this on. Let's see what we got. Okay. Ready to roll. Ugh. So my first order of business is to get my skin logic working. So in my spare time, I don't know if that's too loud actually. It's kind of loud for me actually, so I'll turn it down a little bit. Just to explain what I'm doing. In my spare time, I've been implementing the skin logic stuff. So we've got a menu that you can buy. We've got a new currency, so we can buy stuff using purple coins, and they can be used to buy skins. And I might have it so you can buy other things as well, rather than just skins. As you can see, we've got like a little counter in here. I probably need to fix that number so it kind of abbreviates itself like that. But if we go in here, got a little new menu with some placeholder stuff. Obviously it's not finalized yet, but we're getting there slowly but surely. We can buy skins, but you can't actually get them. The skins are meant to be in here, but I haven't actually attached any logic to detect if you got a skin or not. But I got like a debugging thing. I think it's this number, yeah. And we can kind of scroll through the different skins. I really like the green one now, so I might just stick with the green one for now. But I gotta add like logic, so whenever you buy like a skin in here, so for example if I buy it now, then obviously I need to add the logic that you've brought it, because like right now if we go back in here, it's still going to show up as just 0, like all of them question marks. So I gotta start adding that logic. So is going to be the plan for today. If we can get anything else done, that'll be bonus points, but for now, one step at a time. Okay. So in my brain, I know I've already got like a global variable that detects how many times it's getting brought. So I need to find that out, which is skin gacha, which is this one. So that should go up every time I buy it, in theory, which I think I have already added to it. I think I have. So for example, these a reason or like a thing that detects it, because if it gets up to 10 and equal to 10, you can't buy any more, and I've got like unlimited money. So for example, if we go in here, yeah, so it can get maxed out. That's meant to be red though, so I should try and fix that if I can. So that would be in the, it's not going to be in here, is it? It's going to be in, I think it's going to be in buttons. And it's the premium button, skin gacha. So yeah, that should just be working anyway. Because unless, no, because I was thinking if I do this and kind of do it so it's anything but that, it would be green, but that wouldn't make sense, because if it was, if you could buy it as well, that would kind of force that to be like that. So I wonder if I close the game and then like open it up again. I wonder if that'll You know what? At the moment, it's just a visual thing. I can't buy any more anyway, so we don't have to worry about that. So, yeah. So there is something keeping track of that, and that is fine. So, what I've got to do, and what I am going to do, is I'm going to add some logic in the... Technically it's the GAT decks, but it's to do with the skins. But I think I added the other logic in the, should be creature inventory, which is this, technically it's the same layer as, yeah, it's the same layer as the skins. Okay. No, thank you, Notion. Not today. So what I've got to do is I've got to, because I can have it in here. I could probably just rename this to like the GDevelop inventory and the skin inventory, so it can share the same logic. So yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. Saves me like putting the logic there twice. So if the inventory layer is visible, which is the same one as this one, no it's not. It's the same one as this one. This is the inventory layer. So if that's open and the creature info is invisible. Hey yo, Aaron, 1206, thank you for the follow. Oh, what's good? I'm good, man. What about you? How you doing? Actually, been working in a WebGL text shader for like 6 hours, losing my mind. Was finally coming together. Okay, nice. I wish I knew a lot of WebGL, but I'm still a beginner with this whole kind of creation of stuff. But nice. So what's the WebGL for? Like the shader, if you don't mind me asking. So what I might do, I might add like a little group. So this will just be for the cat decks. And then do another one. It's the text effect for your personal portfolio website. Ayo. Ayo, nice. That's funny as well. But I like just experimenting around. That's, to be fair, that's the way to go, because it's funny that you say that, because I do have like a portfolio website. Technically I have 2 of them, but I want to scrap it and I want to start it again from scratch and like kind of learn a little bit more about like web development in general, because I'm still like a newbie with it. So because I know how to use Wix and WordPress, but I just know the bare basics minimum, but I want to get into it more, and I do want to make kind of like websites for like clients. So but yeah, I gotta figure out how to like add it all together. To be fair though, actually that's getting used twice. Should I not have that getting used twice? Like the inventory layer. Or am I overthinking it? Because all that is nested in here. So what I might do then, because there is a variable which is getting kind of used, which is, if I remember, it's the, is it in data? I can't remember. Actually, I gotta close this because I don't know where it is. No, it's not. It's not in. It's not a global variable. It's a scene variable. So if I go into my main game, edit scene variables, it's the inventory tab. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, so if the variable, but not, okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add like a nested one in here. It's gonna be all the way down here, isn't it? Yep, because I've got so many of them. I gotta move it to the top, and I'm gonna nest all of these into it. To be fair though, it's working though, and I'm scared if I do this one thing, it's gonna break it. Okay, then what I'm gonna do then, I'm just gonna save it now, and if it doesn't work as expected, I'm gonna just kind of just not do this, do it this way. So I'm gonna go to variables, a variable value, and it was inventory, wasn't it? Inventory tab, and it's equal to 1. So then I gotta move all this into here. And we'll do a test to see if it works as well. So everything should work as is now, but I'm gonna go back in and to see if it still works. It should still work. If I switch tabs, it might be a bit weird, but we'll see. I wish I could like control like and just kind of shift click them all in, but I gotta do it one by one. It won't let me do it. Again, after all this, hopefully it does work. So Aaron, do you actually stream yourself, and do you like stream the hey, no. How am I getting like botted and I'm like got barely any viewers? Come on. Like bruh. And I was talking to Aaron as well. How rude of you. I should really like oh, apparently that is a ban as well, apparently. Huh. Okay, so but yeah, Aaron, if you're still there, do you stream yourself? Because like I think I would like to do like web development on stream as well, but knowing me, I'd probably dox myself in the most stupid way possible. So you got to be very careful. Sugar, I didn't want that to go in there. Can we undo that? I think that one did it. Yeah. Okay, so let's do a preview, see if it works. It should work. So if we go into here, because whenever you switch to the skin tab, the inventory tab switches to 2. So 1 is this one and 2 is this one. But it seems to work. For example, if I change this number to 2, it shouldn't work. Like I shouldn't be able to click on it or do anything. So if we update it with 2 in mind, oh, we shouldn't be able to click on anything. Whoops. Wait for it to update. Yeah, so it's not working. I can drag it, but I can't click on anything. So it needs to be 1 in order for it to work. Yep, okay, yeah, seems to work. So we will save that as well. So I might add like a note in here, or even better, instead of a note, I will add a group and I will call that the GDevelop inventory. So event group. And slot you in there. And then we'll do another one, which is the skin inventory. So but now I'm thinking of all this. I could probably optimize this a bit better as well. Because like, for example, if I close all this, then these aren't getting triggered for anything. These are to equip the creature. Probably don't need to add anything else to that. But then we've got like creature equip direct. We'll leave that alone because everything's working as is. Like, but with this one where it has the GDevelop inventory, might even change it to green as well. Yeah, might as well. Is it that green? Yeah. So we got that. Then we'll add a new group as well. Actually, I'm going to look back into here because no, I don't need to do anything in here. But did it add in here? I don't want it in here. I don't think I added it, did I? So let's actually add it. Event group. We will put that underneath and call it skin inventory. Okay, and just do the same. To be fair though, thinking about it, I don't think I need it as a group. If anything, it makes it a little bit more messy than it needs to be. I'm overthinking this already. How long has it been that I've been streaming for? Not long, and I'm already like overthinking it. Yeah. So instead of that, I'm gonna actually add a comment instead and call it GDevelop inventory. There's nothing inside of these. I might as well just copy and paste this. And add one underneath. And add a new comment. And this would be the skin inventory. So if the variable value is 2, then we'll be able to do stuff in here. So what I've got to do is it will track how much is being brought and if it can be clicked on. So if it is, because that should already have button interactivity to it. Behaviors, yeah, has button interactivity, so it can be clicked on, and if it's clicked on, it will switch the skin. So again, it's detecting what's been brought and what's not been brought, so it's dependent on variables. Hey yo, it's Heem. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. How's life treating you so far? Might do similar things here as well. So how it's... I could just copy this because it's essentially the same. It's very similar logic. Yeah, long time no see indeed. Again, have you been up to much or? I'm just figuring out what to do here. So yeah, it's gonna be, you know, I'm just gonna copy this and put it over here. And obviously I gotta move some things around. So instead of it being creature UI, it's skin UI. Skin icons UI. The cursor needs to be in the click area. The inventory tab. Oh, that's what, there's already one there for it. Did I overthink that and I put that there? Because it's checking for it twice now. Yeah, been busy with life. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing alright. It's funny, I feel like I've been saying this for years, but I think I'm finally at that point with retail where I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I gotta do literally anything else, so yeah, I gotta go. I think this is the most you've talked to in a while. I'm not gonna lie, on stream. It's welcome though. Yeah, but you know how it is. But honestly, it's not the same anymore. Like I know how you feel. Yeah, like a lot of the people that worked there, especially on nights, they're still gone. There's all these like kind of, I think, I don't want to say names because I don't want to dox anyone. Not like they'll go out their way to search, but like, I think someone's on holiday, like one of the main managers. But then there's all these new faces, and I'm like, who are you? And it's just literally a new face every time on nights. I'm like, bruh, you're not gonna last here long. Bruh, it's just weird. I'm gonna delete this and see if it still works with the gut decks. But yeah, retail, man, it's not it, because I was talking to other people as well. Like, it's just, it is like a perfect example of like a dead end job. It feels like there's no progression or anything with it. Like, and if there is, it's just like more stress with like higher management. And I'm like, I value my health, thank you. And you know, yeah, just nah, it ain't it. It ain't it. But other than that, yeah, I'm good. But I think everything's working. Yeah, everything seems to be working. So if I do this, it'll move to this. If I do this, it will move to this. So yeah, my life, just kind of, at least not even my life, but this year, just anything but retail at this point. Just, I'm even debating, like, even if I'm like jobless for a little bit, I'll accept it. Honestly, it's ugh. Yeah, I mean, it's a stable job, but not progression in retail roles. Yeah, exactly. So, like, so what are you doing now? If you don't mind me asking, if you don't want to say, I totally understand. So I need to get rid of that inventory tab. So if I click on that, it should make a noise. I don't want it to show that, so we don't need to have that. Don't need this stuff here either, because that's not being used. So if I click on it, it should make a noise. It's not normally this laggy. Probably because I'm streaming as well. It's like it's kind of chugging a little bit. Okay, so it makes noises as well, and it does do the transition, which I'm going to keep that in actually because I want it to switch into another layer, and it can see the skin preview before you equip it. You're working part-time back at university at the moment. Hey, yo, nice. So, so what are you teaching in uni? No, so wait, I read that wrong. So you're working part-time and you're at university. I get you. Okay, I thought you was working part-time at university, but no, okay. So what are you studying though? So if that was that, then that all, so these are working then. So if I'm gonna add I need to add another layer. We'll save the game project. And then I've got to look how many layers though. And I'm looking, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like with this game, it shows the growth that I've been doing. But I could have handled this a lot better. I didn't have to have all these layers. I could have had like camera controls where it switches between like stuff. But I'm just doing this, and I'm gonna add more as well. Again, compared to Lily Piece of Ball Drop, this logic, bro, this logic's all over the place. So we're gonna add another layer. So this layer is, I need to turn off these as well. We don't need these in here because we haven't got any 3D stuff in our game. So I'll just get rid of it. So this is the skin equip. Oh, actually, wait. Maybe I don't have to because I've already got the creature info layer. So maybe I could rename that to... Nah, we won't. We'll just add another layer. So I need to change it to... So, skin about. Skin about? Skin about. No, I can't spell skin. Yeah, and that needs to be just above. Whoa. I might just put skin info actually. It's the same thing. Make it a little bit more consistent. You're studying biology, trying to find some jobs in hospitals for a while, but it's really competitive right now. It's just laboratory work. Wait, so how many years have you done at uni? Because it's funny as well, like everyone's like asking about you and I'm like, I don't know because he doesn't say much, but yeah. But I know what you mean with competitiveness in the job market, like, yeah, but you know, if you keep on going, you'll do it, Sugar, hit the mic. So with the skin info, I need to have something on this layer to see that it's working. I should have a debug. I just want to place out, you know, I might need to create one. You finally, yeah, AO. But yeah, fingers crossed for you. You know what I'm going to use actually? Because I got the creature info screen. I could just do, yeah, I'm going to duplicate this and rename it to skin. I know I haven't kept in contact with most people. Do you still have the WhatsApp group? I am still in the group, yes. But funny that you mentioned that. Let me just guide you over to. Do we have the? Nope, that's not the right screen. Do I not have like a? I don't have a Do I not have a screen where it's like zooms in the camera? I need to fix that. But anyways, my phone broke. So luckily enough, my phone's not completely broke that I still have access to very basic features on my phone. So I'm back to using my old phone. I've got like WhatsApp still, but yeah. I've got a broken phone. I'm using like one of my older phones, so I might have lost some contacts in that process as well. So but yeah. But yeah, long story short, I am still in like the WhatsApp group. But yeah, I don't know if you know, but one of our friends, he's moved to either, I keep on getting this backwards, it's either Manchester or Liverpool, and like he's moved in with his girlfriend. And ever since he's moved in, I haven't really heard of that individual. And the other individual, I actually don't know what's going on. I heard he's saving up for a house with his girlfriend as well. So that's all I know at the moment. Other than that, I haven't really spoken to either of them for a while. Yeah. So I need to duplicate this one. And we'll call this skin info screen. And once we're on the info screen, we can move this. Oh, it's chunky. And laggy. Look at that. Look at that lag. That isn't normally this bad. So if I hit preview, but also before I do that, I've got to go back to this. And at the beginning of the scene, is it loading? I think it's in loading. So I need to have it always hide there should be creature inventory. Creature info. I've got that twice for some reason, but I can change that to skin info. But then I've got to go to this one. Nope. No, it's this one. So I've got to hide this, find where that is again. And it shows the layer, which is the skin info. And if all goes well, it should just work. Works. But there's no way to go back. Oh, and you can still click about in places, so gotta fix that too. So it shows the inventory layer, but then I can't interact with the stuff underneath it. So how did I do that with the... If you click on that, how does it so I don't interact with anything else accidentally? Oh, so I get it. So if this, and if that's hidden, so I get it. So what I've got to do is I've got to... might have made a boo-boo actually, because now it's looking for that. Unless I also add the one where this is invisible, then it should still work for all of them. I gotta add a back button as well to that screen. So for example, if I go onto here, we select a creature, we click around, it doesn't click on anything else because that is accounting for that. So in theory, this should still, yeah, so it's working, but I can't go back. So, but I should have something already. I had to import everything over to a new phone a couple of years ago, so I lost pretty much everything. Okay, I see. Yeah, because we was wondering what was, well, he's being so silent, but we didn't know if that was just being you, so we didn't know. So, but okay. It might be hard for us to organize anything because obviously everyone's kind of, obviously, as you know, someone's already moved to either Manchester or Liverpool. I get them confused. So, yeah, again, it might be harder to arrange something. But hey ho. I should have something where if you click the back button, obviously it goes back to the main screen. But I need to find out where that is, so I might have to search for it. I've probably got lots of back button stuff. So if I literally just copy that and I just want to search for it. 7 results. Not that many. I thought there were going to be more. But oh, is it in here? No. Oh, creature info. Wait. Wait. Hold up. So what you're telling me is, thing is though, I can simplify that. So I can kill it. I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I could have it also act as the creature info, but also the skin info, and have a little bit more logic to it. So I can add an or. So posting links. LeMayo! Nightbot, you need to chill. Alright, you're going to head out to the gym. It was nice catching up for a little bit, but I'll see you in the next stream if you're not live when I come back. Again, it's always nice to, my brain just stopped. I wanted to come up with a pun with adding the he mock to the stream, but I was like, it's not going to work, so. But anyways, again, it was lovely, lovely hearing, like knowing what you're doing. And again, good best of luck with your university studies as well. And I'll see you next time. I'm not bad in this. What is this? What's this cyber deck? Huh. So I can add a OR gate. So if the creature layer info is visible, or the skin info is visible, and I might add that up here because it'll check for that first rather than it trying to check for these first. Same with these. Like, I think if I have this higher, because it's always going to check for the game layer. So if I raise that up, it's just going to check for the button press first. So I'll do that. And that should actually make things a lot more efficient in logic. Because again, it checks it from top to bottom. So if there's no buttons being pressed, it will always try and find, it will just ignore all this, but this is getting checked first. So yeah, so that's the best way to do it. So it will hide the creature info layer, but it will also hide the skin info layer. I need to add a back button to, okay. I need to add a back button to this layer, to the skin info. Where's my back buttons? Oh, it's a global object. Why is it a global object? Actually, no, I know why, because I needed it for the leaderboards as well. That's why it's a global object. So if anything, if all goes to plan, if I just do this. Why did I have to click on it twice? Oh, okay, alright. Okay, something's wrong there. Why is it doing it twice? I wanna I wanna say it's probably because I've moved the order of the buttons, so I'm gonna go into the creature inventory and go into the cat decks and see if it still does the same thing, because I feel like this is what's going on. I think just the order and of it has messed it up a bit. Nope, it's something I'm not seeing. I just realized as well, when I click it twice, it sends me back to the screen, this screen. It doesn't send me back to here. So it's going to be something simple, I know it. This is where game development kind of makes you feel a little bit like a silly billy. Yeah, so that should work though, because it hides the skin info when you press back. It even works when you're on the creature info. It just works as is. So why is it being weird? Why is it being weird? Just full on. I know it's going to be something silly. It's going to be something so silly why it's not working. So whenever I press the back button, if the skin info is visible, it played the sound is how it works. So it played that sound. It waits for 0.4 seconds and it should hide the skin info. We are on the layer skin info though, aren't we? Yeah, that's on skin info. So that should just hide it, but it doesn't hide the layer. I'd assume I can click around and... Oh, I'm on the... I know where I'm at. I'm still on the main screen, but why am I on the main screen? Because this is like the main, like this is the game screen that I'm on. And if I do it twice, I'm on the game screen again. Okay, that might help me out a bit. So now I've got to figure out why is it doing that. So if we go to the scat decks, let's see if I can kind of see what's going on. So when I'm on the skin inventory, that shows the skin info. But whenever I click the back button, so when I click the back button, it goes straight to the main menu, but it shouldn't. Oh, you know what? It might be to do with this. I think that's what it's doing because there's nothing to check for this. So I think if the inventory layer, it shows, well, it hides that and it shows the game layer. So I need to have something in here which should be the skin info, and it should work now. So it will hide the skin info. Actually, that should just work as is then, because then it checks for that first. But we'll see. We will see. I think that's what it is. So let me just double check to see if this still works. Yep. Yeah, that's it. That's all it was. Okay, so at least we've got it working now. I need a makeshift equip button now. And all of these should be unlocked as well, because I should have brought them all. So I need to now add logic to this whenever you buy more. If you buy the skins, and the max is 10. So in the skin inventory, if the skin icon is clicked, it's going to be similar to the cat decks. So obviously we got one to check to see if it's been brought, which is this one, and or collected, and the other one is question mark to see if it hasn't been collected. So in here, we double click this. Obviously there's question mark and there's skin 1, skin 2. So if it's question mark, that means it hasn't been brought. But if it's skin, then that means it's been brought. And it'll change it to placeholder. So whenever it's nested inside of that, isn't it? No, it's just nested inside of. I think I got it. So that only switches that and has that either hide or show these. So, oh, that being said as well, we've already got an equip button, but I might have to add logic to all of these to make sure that it doesn't kind of conflict. Either that or we'll just make a new equip button. Yeah, I think I might just do that instead. So what I've got to do is it needs to check a global variable, which is how many of the stuff I've purchased and what the icon is. And obviously it has an ID. So let me double check to see if these have IDs. They do have IDs. So it needs to check for IDs. I think I've already put them in already. So yeah, so that one should be 2. That one should be 3 and so on and so forth. So we've got that already. So now what we've got to do is we will add one of these. The note was orange, wasn't it? I might as well just keep it. Yeah, might as well keep it consistent. So in #1, we'll change the color. I keep on forgetting I can change the text color on these, but not these. I don't think you can, at least anyway. Oh, well. So what I've got to do is add one of these and then add if the variable value of the data, what is it, premium shop, premium store skin, and then gacha brought, and if it's equal to 1 or higher, so equal, greater or equal to 1. Actually, to be fair though, skin number 1 should be always defaulted to 0. Yeah, so what I've got to do then, I've made a boo-boo. So I've got to go to buttons and it needs to be equal to 9. So if it's 9 or higher, then you can't buy any more. Because the first one obviously you get for free because it's the one you start with. But I think there's somewhere else where it's checking for that as well. Or maybe I'm wrong. But let me just BRB. I will let the music continue to run. Thank you, Ko-Fi bot. Very useful info and input. Uh, so I don't think I need to add any variables for the skin stuff. Because now what I've got to do I need to have it as brought? No. I don't need to change anything like that. So what I need to do is go to here. I can change that for... I can have that for skin too. But what I'm just going to do instead is if it's higher or equal to 0, which again, by default, you'll have that always, then that'll be available. But that needs to be nested inside, doesn't it? Because that's when it... Oh no, that just switches the... Okay, I see. So why have I got that nested there twice? You know what? I must have done that for a reason, so it works the way I want it to work, so we'll leave it as is. I don't think it's that resource heavy as well, so it should be fine. Because again, it's checking for a click. And it can do the same thing as that, so if it will always be able to switch between that and that, but if the variable is that, and if I click on that, so yeah, I need to look at this again to see how it's working. So it'll change the animation to skin one. Skin UI icons, it will change the variable value of the object, which will, the ID is equal to... Oh no, that's to change it. So I need to have this one be that one. So skin, if the variable value is equal to 1, and then it will detect to see if it will... Because now here's what I'm thinking. I could do this in 2 ways. I could either, number 1, have it so it checks for... Like, when you're previewing the skin, like, can you see the skin before you can get it, if that makes sense? Or will it be like a surprise and you don't actually have access to it? I might have it so it's... You don't know what you're going to get until you get it. So if that's the case, then I got to do the same as similar to the GetDex inventory, where I've got to show it. Like, if you got it, you can see what it looks like. If you haven't got it, it's going to be like obviously hidden. So obviously in this case, the skin will always be shown. So I might even add, like, in the brackets, always available always available at or by default. That looks like it's spelled correctly, but what I'm going to do then, I'm going to do skin 2 first properly, because I think skin 1 might be the obviously the exception to the rule. So we'll copy this one and we will add logic to this one, and then we'll kind of go back and we'll see if we can change anything. So if the variable ID is equals to 2 and the skin brought gacha is 1 or higher than 1, then it will I see, I got it. I know what I need to do. So I need to change the animation of the skin UI. Change the animation by name and set it to skin 1. And then that one should be skin 2 as well. But if it's not equal to that, oh, that being said, okay, in that case though, maybe I can probably change some things as well, because now what I'm looking at, yeah, that doesn't have the click seconds either. It's only the top ones. So do I need to add all that in as well? Because what I could have done, because it's both of these are the same things, I could have it underneath these if it's equal to that or not equal to that. So does that mean, again, I got to go back into, because I added that into here, but I didn't add it into this one, but it should have the same things. Huh. So I might need to go back in and change these as well. I'm not going to do that now because I'm going to get distracted. I should do them now so I don't forget, but I'm just going to write it down so I don't forget. Throw the pad on the floor, it's fine. So what I'm going to do is I need to fix or add, or what was it called again? The timer click. The timer click event to missing creature inventory. Okay, so I'll remember that. So what I'm going to try and do instead then, and again, this is where I'm kind of growing as a, like, how to actually do the logic properly. So what I've got to do in skin 2, I need to add this into here. No, actually, no, I don't. I need to change that and add this into here. And if it's greater or equal to 1, it will change it to skin 2. And if it's not true, so it's just the opposite. So invert it. Then it changes it to question mark. But it's question mark by default anyway. So well, I realized that won't work actually because it's checking to see if it's clicked. So what I've got to do then is I've got to add this into it with every single one. And also like actually no, I don't need to add that into there actually, because that's already checking for that, and that will switch the scene to skin info. Well, also that doesn't make any sense either, because why does it need to be checked to see if it's been clicked for it to change? The only reason why that's there, and it's the same with the GAT decks as well, is it will kind of obviously change the info about what's going on in the skin info. So it changes the icon, changes the text, the flavor text, and everything else as well. So the gears are turning. I can change the animation. So maybe it doesn't change the animation here, but it can change it somewhere else. Yeah, because this is not connected to that at all. So get rid of that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure that it makes it so it will equip the right ones. So let's just preview this, and skin 1 and 2 should be showing up as a placeholder icon. If not, then I've done something wrong. Yeah, so it's showing up as a placeholder. So if the is showing as a placeholder icon, so oh okay, I'm starting to click it in my brain. It needs to show a certain animation, which this is not showing. Because that's the thing as well. I don't need it to actually equal to that, because it's checking to see if the animation's correct, and if it's, for example, if it's one of these animations that is technically playing, it will automatically figure it out that you've already brought it. And you shouldn't have to check for anything else. So if that's the case, then so that's correct then. But then that's already checking for that as well, so unless I add it underneath this as well. So if it's checking for that and it also checks for that, then it will switch the equip button, because okay, so let's create like a quick equip button, like another equip button. Oh, it's actually one of these buttons. Do I want one of these buttons though? I'd rather use a sprite button. You know what? Again, overthinking it too much. So I could create a new one, but I think that would give me more trouble than it's worth. So what I can do is go into the creature info and give it IDs. Because then if I give it an ID, the ID would be... So in this case, it would be 1. Or I could give it text IDs. Because I don't think I'm going to have any more quick buttons. Yeah, okay. So we'll add a variable. We'll give it IDs, but we won't give it numbered IDs. We'll give it text IDs. And the text ID would be creature. Then I gotta go back into here. If the... So I think what I gotta do is with... Would I have to change the level up button as well? Because I don't think I'm gonna use the level up button. That might end up getting scrapped. So what I've got to do is I've got to I don't think I need to have it here. If anything, I need to just have it like whenever the equip button is like clicked. So it's to do with the creature equip. Is it this one? And then it checks what creature it equips to. So I can add a condition for the equip button. And the variable value with the ID. Add? Why do I have to add it? I thought I already had one. Oh, I think I need to add it in here as well. So it would be ID. And it's a text variable. And it was creature. Actually, no. That needs to be 0 because then I change that to creature. Because it will check for that ID, and if it's not the correct ID, it won't switch the creature. You know what would have been easier? Rather than doing that, I could have just checked for what layer is open. So in this case, the layer needs to be, yeah, I'm going to try that instead. Probably don't need the ID, thinking about it. That's technically the more complicated way to do it. Well, it still gets it done, but it's still not the right way. So I need to check to see if the layer is showing. Visibility of a layer, which is creature info. So if the creature layer is visible, then it will do that. But for the equip of the skins, I might just do something similar here. Because it just boots you straight to the main game. It hides everything else. Because I think what my brain's trying to do is trying to do it everything in here, which it might in the long run might be more helpful than having it in separate kind of categories in here, but so So yeah, so what I can do actually, thinking about it, so what I did with this one, it will kind of hide these buttons. And it's the same thing. So if it's a question mark, it will hide it. If it's a not a question mark, it will show it. So it's the same thing where I've got to have it show and hide the buttons. But instead of it being in the cat decks, it needs to be in the skin inventory. So if the skin UI icon animation by name is equal to question mark, then it will hide the equip button. And yeah, that needs to be checked for as well, if it's hidden or not. Technically, that should be higher as well. Because again, it will check for that first. And it shouldn't, in theory, not make it like check for that every frame. It'll only check for that every frame. And then it won't even check for these. So if it's question mark, it will hide that. But if it is not question mark, so it's inverted, it will show it. And now what I've got to do is I've got to add an equip button to this. So we should be on that layer. We're on that layer already. That should be 0. That sure, we'll add that to 1. We'll make this 1 as well. Might have it up here actually, so you can see what it looks like. So we don't have to do anything with the IDs because I think I scrapped that. And we'll see if it works. It should just work. Where's this from? Tetris, okay. Alright. Doesn't really strike me as Tetris music, but... So it should show equip. Nice. But for example, if it's question mark, it should hide it. So it should show it for you as well. Okay, so it is working. We've got the basic logic for it. But how does it detect? Oh, so it tracks down and it figures out what's... Okay. What I could do is, again, I could share this logic with the skins, since it's very similar logic. And just switch it around a little bit, so it's looking for the creature info to be visible, but what I could do, I could drag that underneath, have its own little nesting place, and it can switch what skin gets equipped. It saves me copying it, to be fair. We'll try and do that. So we're going to save the game. And we'll add a little bit of a nest here. And then if the creature info is visible, then it will check for all of this. That doesn't make sense because it's waiting for that, and then I'd have to drag that all in here as well. Unless yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep it as is because I feel like I'm going to break something if I do it this way. So I am going to copy this and have it for the skin instead. But again, it uses very similar logic. I think the only thing that would mess it up a bit is this. It waiting for stuff. Because then the creature info wouldn't be showing because it will go into there and it would mess it up. I could still move it about, but I'm more confident that if I do it the other way, it will work out better. So we'll just we'll copy and paste this, and this will be skin equip. So change that to skin info, and then change that to skin info. All that should still play out. We'll delete all of these but one. I don't know what I need to do. With the preview of the skin, I can go into here. We will find the skin info screen, and we'll add some animations to it. So this will be question mark. And then I've got to do skin 1, skin 2, skin 3. If it's question mark, then the skin would be like probably grayed out, and obviously you can't equip it. But what I'll do as well is we will, I don't know my animation, I've got to do it for all of them. So this would be skin 1. I wasn't going to add a sprite, but we'll add a sprite. We'll just add like a placeholder somewhere. It'd be nice if I could see the previews, thank you. Actually, that, yeah, the obviously the skins themselves. But I might have to go in and do like a different, because I want the buttons to be previewable as well. So I'll just use this, you know, this the default skin, and we'll just kind of copy this. Can I copy these? Will it let me? Nope. I know where this is from. This is from Sparkly Electro Jester. How can I forget such a banger? Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just add all the animations up to 10. And then hit apply. Because I know if I go back, and if I go back, then it'll cancel it. And I don't want to go and do it all again from scratch because it's really tedious. Okay, so I'll add skin and skin 1, skin 2, skin 3 again, but I'm gonna apply it so I don't lose my progress if I like from a misclick or something. So yeah, gotta go back into the logic. And if it detects, if the animation, instead of that being the icon, if it detects the skin info screen, okay, that was a bit weird, skin info screen. If it is, obviously, if it's equal to 1, it will change the skin, it should be the skin, data skin, and it should be a number, set to 1. And again, if it's 2, sets it to 2, if it's 3, etc, etc. And it should just work like that. Actually, we've got 1 and 2 already set up, like the we'll see if that works then. Because if I click on that skin 2, that's why I needed the buttons. That's why it needed to be a button. So actually, yeah, the button can be here actually. So if that is equal to that and it's clicked on that, that also needs to be clicked on as well. Clickable. Anything, if anything as well, that should be higher. So it will always check for a click first rather than the ID, which I don't think it's going to cost a lot of resources anyway, but you don't know. So then underneath there as well, I don't think that needs to be changed because that's always available by default. But with this, it needs to be checked. But it also needs to change the skin as well. So it will change. Yeah, so it needs to also be checked to see if it can be clicked, but again, yeah, I don't think it can be up there. I think I said that before. It needs to be underneath. Maybe that's why I had the variable ID being nested in these makes more sense. Because I didn't do that with this. I think that's the reason why I did it, and then it has all the clicking stuff affiliated with it. Maybe that's what the reason why I did it is, because I'm trying to figure out a way to do it where this is always being checked for, but I don't think it makes sense. That's why I did it like that, so it checks for the click and it'll change it depending on what's going on inside of it. I think that's the reason why I did it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it this way instead then. So it will always have a variable UI attached to it. UI, like a variable ID even. And then it will check if it can be clicked or not via the button. Does it have the touch UI in there as well? I'd assume so. Nope, it just has that. Okay. So it needs to be looking for these two. So if there's more than one, then it needs to change the animation of not that, but the skin info screen and set it to skin 2. If it's not that, equal to that, same thing here. Could just copy and paste this over. Then it sets the info screen to question mark. But in our case, because we've unlocked it, it should just let us just go to it. And we should have the logic in place where it will switch the skin for us if we did it right. So go to skin, we'll go into number 1 first, see if it works. So if we go on equip, oh, but there's nothing to drive the logic, so I need to still add that to that one. But if we do this, it will change it to that. We click equip. We haven't got any logic apparently to check for that. Skin direct equip. The skin info layer is visible. It's clicked. And the animation is skin 2. Why isn't that getting clicked? Skin info is visible. The equip button is clicked. Now I need to double check to see if this still works. Yeah, still works. So why is that not working? Can I go to another one and see if so it's hidden. That'll be hidden as well. No? So what am I doing wrong? It won't let me click on it. It might actually be an ID issue because I think all of them are not getting triggered to be shown. Or is it connected? You know what? It might be connected to one of these layers. Yeah, creature info is visible. That's why. So wait, so why is that like that? Because it's checking for creature info twice. That's why it's not working. Because it's checking for that twice. So that's a rookie move on my end. It doesn't need to check for it twice. So we'll hide all these down again. And we just need to drag them out, and I think it should just work. But instead what I'll do, and the only reason why I did that is because I want this to change this. but then we'll keep that and we'll just put this just like so. So we'll close it and we'll open it back up again and it should work. Yeah, switched it to the second skin. So yeah, the logic works then. So I just need to just duplicate it with all of them. So skin, I need to make sure that skin 1 works as well. That should always be available. So I don't need to do anything else. So I just need to literally add this one to this one. Because it doesn't need to check for anything else because it's always available. Always available. So change that to skin 1. So if I just kind of update it, we go back in. Uh-oh, sounds not working. That might be a... That's either like the sound isn't loading properly or I'm doing something wrong again. It should work. I don't know. It's probably... I'm gonna hope it's just a sound bug issue. So if I go in here, I can equip this. It changes it back to the default layout. So yeah, it works then. And hopefully I don't have to do anything else. It should just work as is. Whew. So yeah, I just got to copy them all then now. So I've got to copy this, got to copy this. Just do it for skin 3 to 10. Let me just double check. Let's just see if I can just try dragging it about and seeing if anything will break if I do it the wrong order. If I go in here, I know it's going to be invisible. But I might even add like flavor text here as well to the skin stuff maybe. So actually what I'll do whilst I've got it running in like just real time, I can move the button about and I'll have it probably like down here instead. Just play it by eye. What's this from? Snow surface. Because I wasn't going to add flavor text to the skins. I might even give them names, but I'm not sure. Because it's named as skin 1, skin 2, skin 3. I'm like, doesn't need to have any fancy like names, but because I got like room to do it now, I might actually do it. And I think once I've got all the names, like not even the names, but the sort of basic logic down, at least for this, then I might call it there, like a stream for today. So I'm waiting for a delivery as well. I missed it yesterday, so I need to make sure I get it today. Oh, that's That's not confusing at all, is it? So I need to move that one up and this one down. Need to change that to 2 and change that to 2. Change that to 3. Change that to 3. Change that to also 3. Don't need to change that because it's still this question mark. Should be able to, again, all the skins should be available. So that should just change, and I'll change this to skin free. Oh, I know why that's not working. So I'm going to do that first then, is I've got to just change all these to set the data to, yeah, that's why that didn't work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've already got 4, change that to 5. Change that to 6. Change that to 7. Change this to 8. Change to 9. And change to 10. There we go. Easy peasy. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if we try that again with skin free, I'll wait until it updates before I click on anything. To here, then equip. Yep, so it changed to skin free. So again, if we were to try in something that is not unlocked, we can't click on anywhere, and we cannot change the skin. Awesome sauce. Don't know why I closed it, because I wanted to keep it open so I could just easily just test it on the fly, but we'll just have to open up a new instance of it anyway. Really no sounds. I need to, oh, it should be working. Okay, just stopped talking for some reason. So where was I? I don't need to have this open anymore. Yeah, but still doing this. Really awkward. Change that to 3. Change that to 4. Change that to 3. Change that to 4. Change that to 4. Open this up and change it to 4. I shouldn't have to change this one because it's just the same thing. So if we hit preview, and we'll go into the other skin. Available, nice. Equip. Yep, okay. So yeah, it works. So again, go on to the next one. give it a test. Should just do the rest of them and just like test it like all in one go, because I gotta wait for this to kind of obviously kind of pseudo recompile itself. Yeah, change this to the other one. That's all nice and dandy. Again, we won't recompile it until we've got everything like up until 10. Oh, like the PS1 soundtracks, man. Didn't have to go that hard. Appreciate it though. Thinking again, would it be good if it checks that first before that? But I think that would make more sense. Because we have all of them unlocked, all the skins. So if we update it. I think I said once this is done, I said I was going to stream, didn't I? But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do. But I think that's it. Okay. I did check that one as well, didn't I? Yeah, that's the one I just had. Let me just go back into here and just make sure that these work. Let's not click on that one. Let's click on this one. Yeah, can't click. Oh, I can click on that though. Why can't I click on... Oh, I know what that is. I know what's causing that. So for example, if I do that, then I'll go to the skins layer. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I did that. I'm not clicking around randomly, because if I'm in one of these screens, then I can't trigger anything else. And I think it is in this one that kind of triggers these buttons. I think. No, maybe not. It should be in this one then somewhere. I think it's in the layers. So it needs to be that the layer that needs to be invisible. No, it needs to be visible, but this needs to be this one. And another one needs to be hidden. So it's technically should be that one. And the creature info. So I can still move these about. Let's go back in, just double check. Okay, so if I go on here, yeah, shouldn't be able to click on those. So now, before I go, I need to double check to see if it's not purchased, how many will show up, and if the right ones will show up. So I think it's the delete key to... Nope, it wasn't that one. It was R for reset. Yep, so it'll reset everything from 0. We will save the game, and we'll go back in. It will play the tutorial, but we don't need to... Or the intro, which should be the tutorial, which I do need to build as well, but don't have to think about that just yet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, so if I go into here, all this will be reset. This is available by default, and it will just switch it to that one. That's all well and dandy. Give myself some purple coins, thank you. If we go into here, we'll buy 5 and I should have 6 unlocked. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will go back to here. Yep, we have 6 unlocked. So if we go into here, yeah, hidden. If we go into here, it's hidden. Can't equip it. If we go into this one, we should be able to equip it. Yeah, I think I'm done for today then. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've got to do. I will check it off my list of things to do with my game. So okay. But yeah, I think I'm done for today. Thank you, Kohobot. Oh, trying to think if there is anything else before I leave it. So I want to do like a mock screen for the when you buy it. Same as like, for example, if you buy a creature, you got like that screen. And it shows you what you've unlocked. But no, I think I'm good. It's not showing how long I've been going for. It should show me though. Should it not? OBS? Why are you not showing me how long I've been streaming for? Have I messed up my... Hold up. Oh no, it's showing me how long I've been streaming for. 2 hours? It seems about right. I might even continue this off stream. Oh, I think I just need to stretch my legs more than anything as well.